Hi, I'm Alex from the Southern Ukulele Store, and here we are, the top 10 ukuleles of 2023. This is not a public vote. This is just the staff of Southern Ukulele Store having a really good chat over several months and deciding what we think were the most popular ukuleles, most sought after ukuleles, most talked about instruments, the things that inspired the most people, including us, things we like to talk about, things we like to push and promote. Every year when I make this list, there seems to be some confusion in the comment section. People think, well, that's not right. How can a £500 ukulele compare to a £4,000 ukulele and a £100? You get what I'm trying to say. And the answer is they don't. These things are all relative. And ultimately, it's about what they bring to the table. So we've got a very wide array of ukuleles to talk about in this video. We're going to feature some sound samples that come from our old shop. We've got some modern sound samples. This video is a mishmash as it's been a very big year for this shop. We moved to a new store in Ringwood Road, Bournemouth, the other end of Bournemouth, to our old shop in Southbourne. And lots of these ukuleles have actually arrived in the 2 months since we've been here. So it's really fun to talk about things that are old, things that are new. And from our perspective, 2023 was a year that just seemed to be a year of two halves, with the old shop, the new shop, the move, and all the excitement around it. So that probably influenced the list in some way as well. Either way, we're going to start this year's list with the Enya Taimane Moon. What number?
What's my motivation here? Right, coming in at number 10, we have the fantastic Taimane Gardner Signature Moon by Enya. All solid mahogany, slimline, acoustic plus pickup. As I said, the Taimane Gardner Signature, who's a fantastic ukulele player, absolutely wonderful. If you ever get a chance to check out her Tiny Desk concert on the older Tuba View, absolutely wonderful player. Yeah, at number 10, really well-deserved spot for this one. I really enjoy playing these and demoing these to customers who inquire about them when they come and visit us. Comes with a bag, comes with strap buttons. It's just a really all well-rounded instrument. Number 10.
At number 9 this year, we have the Kanile'a OHA Series. These ukuleles caused quite a stir when they turned up earlier this year, because Kanile'a are the ultimate Hawaiian company. Family owned, family operated, a really small team of loyal workers producing from a workshop in Honolulu. They've had the Islander sub-brand for many years, which would bring ukuleles at the affordable side of things to players and hopefully inspire them to one day play a Kanile'a itself. But for about 4 years, they worked on prototypes with a very small luthier in China to produce Hawaiian koa ukuleles that were in DNA a Kanile'a at heart. So these ukuleles have the true R bracing. They're all solid Hawaiian koa picked by Kanile'a and sent out to the workshop in China. They have some subtle differences from the Hawaiian models, but the key thing is not being made in the islands of Hawaii makes these ukuleles exceptionally cheaper. You know, these are Chinese made, but the DNA and the thought, the feel, the sound, the response of these instruments is very Kanile'a. In fact, very period Kanile'a, kind of 2016 and before, when they were using a polyurethane gloss. These ukuleles have the polyurethane gloss on the body instead of a UV gloss, but they respond like any other Hawaiian koa top ukulele. They have that wide 38mm nut width. They come in a bag. Kanile'a clearly loved these enough to put their name on them, which in itself was not expected by us dealers, and they have been massively successful. We have a little section on the wall here which is just the Kanile'a OHAs, and so many people have come in with budgets of £500 for something like a Flight Fireball or an L.Luthier, and then they've tried this and it's been something that they could aspire to, and it gives them a little slice of what Kanile'a do. So we love the OHA series, particularly the tenors and the super tenors. They are just a chip off the old block from what to expect from Hawaiian custom shop Kanile'a. Let's give the OHA a play, number 9 this year, and see what you think. Sound. Woof. And number 8 this year, no surprise to anyone watching our videos regularly, is the Flight Iris. I'm holding the concert, but these ukuleles are available in tenor and baritone size as well. They are probably the most popular ukulele under £200. They have a wide nut width, slotted headstock, solid top. They are very, very special. We even hinted at these were We even hinted that these were coming in our video last year for the top 10 of the year, because they were due to arrive early December. We knew they were going to be good, and they arrived in January, and the rest, as they say, is history. These instruments have been played by professional players, beginners. They're accessible to everyone, and they are well deserving of being on the list this year. At one point they were much higher. No spoilers, but some other ukuleles turned up later in the year that kind of knocked this down the list a little bit. But if you're looking for an affordable ukulele, something you can throw in the car, something you don't mind if it gets a little bit beaten up, you can't really do any better than Iris. It's instantly recognizable with this blue pick guard, solid spruce top, stained black, and the laminate mahogany back and sides. Excellent, a 10 out of 10 ukulele at an affordable price. So this is the Iris. Let's give it a play and see what you think. Anyway. At number 7 this year, it's impossible to pick a single model, so this is a sub-brand in itself. Number 7 this year is the AnueNue Singer range of ukuleles. These are game-changing ukuleles. We've had maybe 5 deliveries now over the last 12 months, usually of a single instrument, and it's felt like an event. They have this British racing green hard case. The Singer logo is iconic, it's old-fashioned, and it's the opposite to what you expect from AnueNue. They've looked at what they do very, very well, their core range of the Moonbird and the other bespoke high-end instruments, and then they've somehow managed to capture that magic into something that looks more conventional, more traditional. Many of them with these gorgeous iced tea sunbursts or tobacco sunbursts. There's just nothing not to like. In a ukulele shop full of instruments, when one of these is on the wall, you're instantly drawn to it. Especially now we're in a guitar shop, we're a shop within a shop. I've had lots of people walk in the shop having seen one of these on the wall from outside and gone, what's that? That's a special ukulele. These transcend what people expect and want from a ukulele, and that's a compliment in itself. We had a tobacco sunburst soprano one arrive just yesterday at the time of filming, and it sold the same day before I could even do a sound sample, and that's the 3rd Singer to sell before I can physically make a video to talk about it to all of you. And that's why we are so excited by them. I felt a bit bad. I wanted to put it higher up in the list, but because I couldn't pick a single model that stood out, I thought it best just to kind of go sub-brand Singer ukuleles down here on the list. But yeah, if you are looking for a ukulele for life, this is a very, very attractive alternative to a Hawaiian K-brand ukulele. It just seems like such a progression from 10 years ago when nothing like this existed. And now we've got these premium instruments with premium finishes made of premium woods, and they all respond to your touch so sensitively, so delicately, but with so much poise and projection. Let's give this Singer, the iced tea one, a play and see what you think. 1, 2, 3, 4. number 6 this year is the KoAloha SUS Custom ukuleles. These were cedar, western red cedar and Hawaiian koa ukuleles. We had a run of, I think, 12 pieces made by KoAloha. They arrived in January this year, and we've had people on the waiting list for them all year. KoAloha don't work in the factory way that you might think. They build things in batches, they take their time, they get them right. But it's so obvious to those that play these that these ukuleles are as special as a KoAloha red label, you know, the one-off customs, but at the same price as a KTM 00 Hawaiian koa model. I don't have one to show you right now, so we're going to go back to my video from January and we're going to talk about them now. The most incredible thing about this that doesn't seem to happen on other ukes, you can hear the individual vibrato on a single string. I'm trying to get a sound sample where it comes across, but I've never heard this on another uke. I went and got a couple other ukes. Wow. Like, I can't believe it. I can't. I know, like, and then Kanile'a, KoAloha, same day, just wow. And then finally you have KoAloha, who were started by Pops Akami, a man so cool, his nickname is Pops, you know? A man who built his first ukuleles using tiny watch tools and built small things and tried to reinvent the wheel and has never looked at things a single way. And what I love about KoAloha is that tradition has continued. If you look at the modern KoAlohas, even the ones planted in the past and their own history, have quirky elements to them, whether it's the rib bracing or the sound hole or the 5-point crown. A KoAloha is always going to be a KoAloha. Untamed, they're open, they are bright and unapologetic, they are true tools of expression. And nothing says expression to me like a cedar top. And Rob, the owner here at Southern Ukulele Store, agreed, and he said to Paul Okami, you know, we've always loved your customs. When you do cedar top customs, they always really stand out. And now, for the first time, possibly the only time, I really have no idea. So you have a Hawaii-made ukulele with a cedar top, really tight pencil grain cedar, similar to the Alaskan rainbow cedar that we had before on the SUS ukuleles, and you have Hawaiian koa back and sides. This is not right. A soprano shouldn't sound like this. At number 5 this year, we're going to talk about L.Luthier. Last year, we made the KoAloha SUS L.Luthier ukulele our ukulele of the year. It continued to be the most popular L.Luthier model of the entire year. But there was one new model that was introduced in the summer, the Le Manga, which retained the unique curves of the L.Luthier shape with the offset sound hole, but each one was made of a really high-grade mango. And when you think about what the most popular ukuleles of the last 5 years are, you think of the Flight Fireball. Certainly here at SUS, mango ukuleles have come into their own. And the Le Manga by L.Luthier was a ukulele that seemed to stick out in a crowded field of very good mango ukuleles. Once again, I don't have one in stock at the time of filming, but I did talk about them a bit earlier on in the year, so we're going to have a look at them now and give them a listen. At number 4 this year, we have another Flight ukulele. This is the Flight Comet. The Flight Fireball, as I mentioned previously in this video, has been the top selling ukulele at Southern Ukulele Store for the last 3.5 years since it was introduced. There's something about that price point, around £500 in the UK, where people want something that they can perform with, they want something they can grow with, they can feel the touch and response and the quality, and the Fireball has always been the thing to beat at that price since the day it was introduced. And the only people who seem to be able to top Flight at that price point is Flight themselves. And what they did this year was they released a unique twist on the Fireball when they brought out the Comets. The Comet ukulele is available in blue and green. I've got a blue one in my hand here right now, but we have shown off the green earlier in the year. They have a maple top, flamed maple top. So solid maple with solid mango back and sides, a really unique combination. And if you're wondering what that does to the sound, well, mango is full-bodied, it's, I know, pun intended, it's fruity, it has a richness to it, it's great for finger picking, it's great for eccentricities in your playing and bringing out expression and bringing out the subtle things that make you you as a player. And what maple does is give a twist to that. It's a softer sounding wood, so the instrument doesn't instantly project and have quite as much throatiness to the single notes to it. It's much mellower, it's more balanced, it's a softer, more gentle sounding ukulele. And it's a real gem in an already stellar range of Flight ukuleles. The Comet being blue and green, it's not necessarily going to appeal to everybody. Some people want a natural wood finished ukulele. But for every person out there that wants something natural finished, there's someone out there that wants something like this that's going to stand out. All solid wood once again with a mahogany neck, the Flight slotted headstock with those black tuners. A 38mm nut width with a 30mm string spacing. It's light, it's resonant, and it's just a fantastic ukulele for the price. Let's give the Comet a play and see what you think. Oh, it's so smooth. how do I describe it? So you get, it's not a really long sustain, but the sustain is at the same volume as the velocity of how you play. So, you know, with most tone wood combinations, particularly like the softwood ones like spruce and cedar, you might play and then you get like loads of attack, but then it decays quick. The decay is quieter. This is much more like a piano with a sustain pedal. At number 3 this year, we have the Kala Revelator ukuleles. Many of you will know Pete Howlett, a UK-based luthier, designed and built the Revelator in the UK for a number of years. Very much his swan song as a luthier, all of the different ideas he's produced over the years put together to create this slim but massive sounding instrument. Felt refined, felt big. And as Pete ends his career, he's kind of reaching the end of his career, it was down to somebody to take that on. And Kala's US workshop is the place that has done that. Kala have bought the rights to the Revelator name. They are molding it in their image, but the quality has remained. Every Kala Revelator we've had has been on a par or exceeded what we got from Pete Howlett over the last 4 or 5 years. We had 3 different deliveries this year, different wood combinations. We've had some Carina, Koa, Mango. We've got some amazing customs coming actually in early 2024 if you are in the market for a Revelator. I'd love to talk about that more right now, but actually I'll be visiting the Kala US factory to select wood in January. That's how much faith we have in the Revelator, that this is a design that will continue to push the ukulele forward for many years to come. Credit to Kala as well. I know that they're producing a budget version of the Revelator, which will be coming out later in 2024. That's going to be called the Night Owl, so keep an eye out for that. But for now, we're going to take a look back at the video I made a couple of months ago when the last batch of Revelators came and learn a bit more about them. Number 3, the Kala Revelators. It's been 15 years now since I started here at Southern Ukulele Store, and lots of luthiers have come along over the years and pushed things forward, made instruments that felt special, things that were instantly memorable, and they had that magic. But you can't always buy or manufacture magic. Sometimes it's about the person involved. And number 2 this year are the Coast ukuleles that we received earlier on, I think in the summer of 2023. Kawai produces fantastic ukuleles out of Petaluma in California, easily one of the top luthiers in the world. Somebody who went through a great personal tragedy and turned it into just this beautiful expression and artistic process. This person builds ukuleles and his kids are involved, and each one has that magic. We've played 4 Coast ukuleles, we've had 4 Coast ukuleles here at SUS, and when they are here, I feel like wrapping them up in cotton wool and protecting them. I almost feel scared when we sell them because I would hate for anything to happen to them. They are just so lovely. The 2 ukuleles in question that we had on this recent batch was a live edge koa tenor ukulele and a torrified spruce and mango ukulele. 2 of the best wood combinations you could possibly ever get. I know for a fact, because I reached out to Kawai this week, we will be getting more Coast ukuleles in 2024. We had over 60 different people on the waiting list for the last 2 that came. If you are interested in a Coast ukulele, they are big money, but they are amazing. Please do reach out to me. My email address is alex@ukulele.co.uk. I can add you to a waiting list for them. But for now, I'm going to take a look back at number 2, the Coast ukuleles.
Hey everyone at the Southern Ukulele Store. Thank you so much. It is so cool to be part of your top ukuleles for 2023. I appreciate being able to have Coast ukuleles at the Southern Ukulele Store. I appreciate what you all are doing for the ukulele community. I am hard at work. There will be more Coast ukuleles at the Southern Ukulele Store in 2024. Thank you all so much.
I have a very special way of announcing number one this year, but what we're going to do first is talk about some honourable mentions. There are two things that come to mind. One of them is not strictly a ukulele, so I feel like it has to be left off the list, but the most popular instruments we sold this year at SUS, the two most popular instruments we sold were the Flight mini bass and the Flight JB mini bass. Two amazing basses, very, very different in feel and sound to the ukulele basses that have come beforehand. They don't reinvent the wheel so much as they figured out what wheel needs to go on the car in the first place. A very, very worthy honourable mention, something that we debated as a team whether it should be in the top 3 this year or left off the list completely. We've opted to leave it off the list, but if you're after a ukulele bass in 2024, look no further than a Flight mini bass or a mini JB bass. They are outstanding. The other honourable mention this year is Kanile'a's KPA-B ukuleles. There's something special about a Kanile'a baritone. I've been saying it for years. Kanile'a make the best baritone ukuleles in the world consistently. They've had some of the best koa I've ever seen this year. We've had, I think, 16 Kanile'a baritones this year come into stock and go, which is a record for us as a store. People who are buying baritones are buying nice baritones. They are visiting us, they are seeing them on the wall, they are trying them, and they are falling in love with them. We get excited to talk about them. I love playing them. We've featured them in a few of our weekly jam videos over the last 2 months as well. But a Kanile'a baritone in general is a special thing, a worthy honourable mention. But the KPA-B, particularly in a high grade of koa, has been just a magic combination for so many customers this year. And I know some of you are watching at home and thinking, yep, the KPA-B is my favourite uke of the year. So that's it, I guess. We do need to go over to Alex from the... I'm over there in this version of the video. We need to go and see Alex from the past now, who is going to announce this year's number one ukulele. So there you have it, folks. We've heard 9 ukuleles, but we are now at the number one ukulele of 2023. And Sammy didn't know this when I hit record, but I wanted to capture it because he's here visiting the store as I film this in November. The 4-string boy model is Southern Ukulele Store's Ukulele of the Year for 2023.
Can't swear at you.
You can swear. I can always.
No. That'll be cool. Really?
Yep.
Oh,
The Comet really surprised us with how popular it was because the Fireball's so good. And the Comet has featured in the list as well.
Yeah.
But the way that the first dozen 4-string boy ukuleles flew out and how we all felt about it when we played it, it really resonated with us. So what was the thinking behind the combination? I appreciate that you thought it was going to be cedar and it was spruce, but there was there was a lot of logistics that went into that. You know, stylistically, what is it that made the 4-string boy model what it is?
So I mean, if we talk about tone woods, because you're Alex and you talk about tone woods, so that's the main thing. I always said like the Fireball has been like my main ukulele for like forever, and trying to find like the opposite of the Fireball has always been my life's goal for like the last 3 years. It was big life. So found the Nighthawk, found the A10, found everything, and they've all been good, but nothing that excites me like the Fireball does. And so the one of my favourite ukes is actually the Aurora, which is solid spruce, rosewood, and just the way it sounds and everything I loved about it. And so I wanted to basically create that, but in a mini version, and basically have the protection and, like I said, everything that the Fireball isn't. So I think it's hit that with how it sounds, but looks wise was, if I say more important, is that worse?
It's honest.
Yeah. No, it really is, because and that's kind of why I love the Fireball, because the Fireball's like really minimalistic, really nice. You got the mango, you got a solid black, and that really speaks out to me. I remember when I first literally watched your videos on the Fireball, and before I even heard it, I saw it and like absolutely just fell in love with it. And I think that's so important in a ukulele, because you can have some fantastic sounding instruments that you just look at and you're like, yeah, they're okay. And you can have some instruments that look the absolute tits and don't sound great. So I wanted this to look like me is a weird thing to say, because I don't look like a ukulele.
If you're going to have a signature ukulele,
yeah,
and you're not going to be plastering your name on it,
yeah,
and let's face it, you're fantastic, but you're an up and comer. You're not, you know, you're not Jake. You're not.
No.
We're not at the level yet where people would. Well, actually, maybe we are. If I said Sammy, people would know who you were if they were a ukulele enthusiast or a learner.
Yeah.
But you know, you're not Jake. So
no,
you know, we couldn't just you couldn't just have Jake on there.
No.
But yeah, what we're going to do that's number one anyway. I really wanted to just grab Sammy and let him know as we're filming this.
Yeah, he didn't tell me that, swine.
Yeah, and we're going to leave you now with a really lovely sound sample of Sammy just playing the Ukulele of the Year, the 4-string boy model by Flight. Yeah, and I will do this again with you folks next year. Thank you for watching.